And we are live. Welcome to another episode of the Dustin and Cassie Show, episode number 38. I am the Dustin, and she is the Cassie. It'd be weird if it was the other way around. You were the Dustin, and I was the Cassie, wouldn't it? Well, just to let y'all know, there's nobody here, so I'm not going to let anybody know anything. I'm going to wait till I see that number tick up to 1.
Wait a minute.
Just wait a minute.
We're on.
We're live.
Oh, there are some people.
There's 2 people. Gina's on. Steven's on.
Eli, please don't.
Hit that thumbs up.
Or don't.
Or don't, but please do. Did I just get the email that I'm live on my channel? Yep, I just got the email that I'm live on my channel. That's so weird that they do that. Oh, there's a third person. Who's the third one? Who's the third? Who's the third? Who's the third?
You're so goofy.
So it's going to be a short episode tonight. Oh, Philip's the other one that's on. It's going to be a short episode tonight because at 10 p.m. Central Time, we are going outside. We are going to face southeast towards this Hurricane Dorian, and we are going to blow the shofars and shout and pray that that mountain of water be cast down into the sea and that it not make landfall. So the Yeshua spoke to the storm and calmed it, and he said, "These things you've seen me do, and greater things you shall do also." So we're gonna put our mouths where our faith is and speak to that storm and command it to go.
Yes.
What? Why'd you look at me like that?
Nothing. I just like what I see.
Okay. So, anyways, it kind of seems like it's been a short week because we did an episode on Monday, and now it's Saturday.
Well, it's been a short week, but it's been a long week. It's been a stressful week for some of us. You haven't really been stressed out, but
I've been on the road dealing with things remotely.
Yeah. So we're not going to go into a bunch of detail with that because it doesn't matter. We're going to let it go. We said that today.
Right.
Yep.
Past is behind us. We're moving forward. This week there's really not anything big eventful that we could talk about as far as this week goes.
No, I do want to say one thing. On Thursday, someone very wise told me that all things come together for good, and said Scripture says that.
Hey, Samson and Tara watching. Hey guys, bless your hearts.
And so that's what we were told, that all things come together for good, and we're standing with that. And through the trials this week with certain individuals, other good things have come out of them. You're talking to family that you haven't talked to in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked to your sister and worked
for over 2 hours.
And worked some stuff out with her. And so
Tara said that Samson and I are twinsies. I'm guessing he's probably wearing his Yeshua the Lion of Judah shirt
Gina
today.
has hers on too.
These are a comfy shirts, by the way.
That's what I
look
said.
Look at them sleeves. Them sleeves make the guns look good. So
that's what I thought too. They're really, really, really comfortable. So if you are watching, and I kind of in a way hope you are, it did not work out in your favor and you suck. So
we win, you lose.
What do you want?
We didn't win. The Father wins.
The Father won.
And so
there's no glory to you at all. It all goes to him. You had nothing to do with this.
So
you were used by the enemy, and it was an attack meant to bring destruction, and it brought nothing but life. You failed.
And so we're going to leave it at that, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. And so, but I was pretty happy. You were pretty happy.
Mm-hmm.
Today was a good day.
Today was a really good day.
So, I can't see because I'm not looking on my phone. So it's going to be using them for our Hebrew armor as well.
They're the shirts for these right here.
Okay. Yeah, I wore mine last week on the way home, and they're super comfortable. I really liked the style of them.
We didn't set up the TV or nothing tonight, so she's having to look at the really small comments.
Because we just wanted it to be
quick. Just before 10 o'clock, we're going to go out here and we're going outside. And like I said, we're going to speak against.
Hi, Marcy.
We're going to speak against this this hurricane that's.
I just want to say, for someone we don't know, like in person, I love her.
You love Marcy?
I do.
What about the people you do know in person?
I love them too, but she helped me today.
Did she?
And that is true family.
Well, thank you, Marcy. I appreciate that. Can I have those keys so you can quit making noise with them?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Fidgety hands. So, Let's see. What do we do this week?
We had pizza for dinner tonight. It was delicious. It's better than going to some pizza joint in town.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's okay. So I bought my Taurus Sisters Retreat ticket this week, and all of us did. All of us, the girls that are going, and I'm so excited to go. So Jamie and Angela and Gina and Mary we're all going together, and we're gonna have a good girls week, and I can't wait. So yes, Gina got hers too. I'm Tara and Samson. I'm hoping that Tara goes. We want Tara to go.
But she'd have to leave the girls at home. What is this? I made a comment. Oh, she put a slash in front of it, so it thinks it's a website address. I think.
Who knows? Okay, so let's see what else happened this week.
I ran my butt off yesterday at work.
How many miles did you end up with?
Just shy of 2,400.
That's not bad.
So think about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I still managed to get just shy of 2,400 miles, just like 12 or 13 miles shy of 2,400 miles.
Yeah, at all.
I had to run hard on Thursday and Friday both. Thursday, I delivered in Rayville, Louisiana. And on the way back, he didn't have anything in the morning. Like he usually has stuff like 9, 10 o'clock, and he didn't have anything. And he knew that I had a short week because I didn't start till Tuesday because of the conference. So he said, whatever the longest thing he had that he thought I could pull off, he was going to give me on Friday. So then he said, well, I've got a Forestell, Missouri, that's just west of St. Louis. He says, if you've got 2 hours left to drive after you get here, he says, I think you can pull that off on Friday. So I got to the yard, and another one of the
Hi, John.
John's Watson. Hey, John. And yes, he come quick and say hi. John, he asked just because of you.
Hi. Bye.
So I got to the yard. There was another driver there, and he asked what was up. And I said, I got to
because we said John.
We can't say that out loud.
I know, I'm not gonna say that.
It's John.
It's John.
His name's John.
Sorry, his name's John.
John.
Another
John. Is his name John?
Anyways, okay, so for those that don't know, that's my twin brother. His name is Jonathan, but we call him John. And since I was a little kid, we always called him John. And when Eli was little, and all his nieces and nephews, they've always called him Uncle John.
Yep.
Eli, Tara, and Samson said hi.
Hi.
So anyways, I told this other driver, I said, I'm heading up to Forestell. I said, I've got to try to make it past Joplin tonight if I'm going to pull it off tomorrow without being illegal. He says, well, let me help you out. So he helped me strap down my load. I was in and out of there in less than 20 minutes. And normally on a good day, it takes me like 25 minutes to strap down my load by myself. On average, if I'm not like rushing, it's usually about 45 minutes out in the yard. I was in and out of there in less than 20. Got on the road, and I was planning on making it past Joplin. But I ran into a little bit of traffic in Northwest Arkansas. And so by the time I got up close to Joplin, I looked at the amount of time I had left, and the place I was going to try to make it to, there was like some construction between Joplin and there. And there was like a red spot on the map that showed traffic is backed up. I'm like, I'm not going to risk it. And there was no other good places to stop between that point and where I was at. So I ended up just pulling into Joplin at the Flying J, stayed there for the night, got in the morning, took off, drove up to my stop. And it took me 4 hours and 54 minutes to get there, which meant I had 6 hours and 6 minutes to get back all the way to Lowell. And yeah, it took me 6 hours and 8 minutes to get back to Lowell. But there's nothing I could do about it.
Yeah, but you isn't there a little bit of a leeway?
Well,
sometimes?
There is, but there isn't. I mean, they have e-logs now. But I was literally a mile from the terminal when I hit that 11-hour mark, and you're allowed to go to safe place, a safe haven, So
Hi, Ben.
I was going to the safe haven to park, which is the terminal. So
yeah,
there won't be. They just rolled out this week these new e-logs, so this is a grace period that we're in on this stuff. So there won't be any log violation or anything like that. But But yeah, so yeah, I ran my butt off yesterday, but it was a good day. So.
Oh, the accident that you saw.
Oh, yeah. I saw an accident happen right in front of me just after I left for Estelle's heading west on 70. And it was on a side road off along the side of the highway. I was actually on the phone with her giving her an update on what time I was going to be home. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And there was a pickup truck that was coming the other direction on this side of the road, on that access road on the side. And it was pulling some sort of trailer. And I don't know exactly what caused it. But it ended up tumbling and flipping, dragging the trailer behind it, and it ended up landing. It was a pickup truck. It landing for you guys to be like this with the driver's side down. But
you saw it happen.
I saw it happen. I didn't see what initially started it, but I saw it bounce a couple of times and roll over and hit and come to a stop. That's the first time I've ever witnessed, an accident. Quite like that with vehicles.
Eli and I saw an accident this week too.
But
I didn't tell you about that.
As I went by, there was already 4 cars that stopped in front of me as I went by, and I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do that these people can't do themselves. And as I went by, I looked and I could see people inside or somebody inside the truck moving. I almost looked like there was one person and they already stood up inside of the cab of the truck. So I'm like, I just prayed, and I'm like, that's about all I can do at this point. There's nothing I can do by me stopping that's going to benefit those people. So
yeah, other people already stopped. So it wasn't like they were by themselves.
Right.
That's what this week. Eli and I saw an accident on Thursday. We didn't even tell you about it.
So y'all are going to find out at the same time I do.
But we were pulling off of the exit, and I saw it happen. And I'm like, did they just hit each other? And then they were pulling to the side. So there's one road you'll know by over, going towards when you get off of 49 and you go to 67, exit 67.
Okay.
And so I was on that way going towards Chipotle. So I was like, you know how that
exit 67, you mean 87?
No, it's 67. Going Chipotle
in Fayetteville. I'm thinking Bentonville. 67.
So,
yeah, okay.
So you turn. There's that what is it called? Service drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go left, you go towards the Walmart. If you go right, you go towards Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were on that exit, and there's a yield sign there. And there was a Jeep, and I don't know if the lady in front of him just was trying to go and then decided not to go, but the Jeep ran right into him. And he smashed her back in. It was completely smashed in. Not a scratch on his front of his Jeep.
Should have bought a Jeep.
He had a winch on the front of his truck.
A winch. Eli says he had a winch on the front of his truck.
A winch.
Whatever. I don't know what that means.
Not a winch. There's a difference. If there was a winch on the front of his truck and he hit a car, the winch got squished, and she probably needed to go to the hospital.
Anyways,
a winch.
So that happened, but it wasn't anything bad. They both got out of the car. They pulled to the side. They both got out, got their.
Which is what you're supposed to do. If you get into an accident, pull to the side of the road and let everybody go by.
They got their they pulled off the road. They got out. The guy that was behind her was checking everything. She got out. It was nothing. It was just like a fender bender, but her back end was pretty smashed. So,
half her bumper was completely.
So, yeah, her back end was all smashed in, but it looked like everything was fine. So they were on the phone and pulling. You can tell they were pulling insurance stuff out. So.
Should have threw my business cards as you went by.
Right. Anyway, so that was that. And then you got home last night. We had some family time.
John just subscribed.
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thought you were
subscribed already.
I thought he was.
Oh.
He probably unsubscribed.
Anyway, so we had some family time last night. We slept in today. That was kind of nice.
Until 10:30?
Yeah, I think Eli woke us up at 10.
Do you remember coming into our room last night to go to the bathroom?
No.
You were sleepwalking. I thought you were. You were half out of it.
So we were laying in bed and we hear the door open and both of us like jump up a little bit, like what in the world?
Because he normally knocks on our door before he comes in our room.
Yeah, he normally knocks and he just walked in. And so we're like, what in the world? And he said, I got to go to the bathroom. And he went to the bathroom and then he went and washed his hands and then he left and went back to bed.
Yeah. I totally thought you were sleepwalking. And I was right.
Like a zombie or something.
Yeah, he was half
Sheena
out of it.
said, there's something ramping up in the atmosphere. Get ready to
Buckle down.
Sorry, I can't see it. What you doing, lady? She'll message me. So.
Thank you. We'll talk later.
I don't know what that's for. So yeah, we'll talk later. Anyways, so yeah. So I will say, you know, like I said, it's been a trying week, but the one thing that I said, last week coming home is that I saw something happen to you at the conference. And so regardless of how, you know, if it didn't turn out the way that we wanted it to, or what we thought, or whatever, the Father knew better and he needed to be there for certain things to happen. And I see a fire in you that I haven't seen in a long, long, long time. And so I'm excited to see what comes out. I've said for a long time that I feel like you are a prayer warrior and you kind of just ignore me. And it's y'all, it's been this week. I'm not kidding. Like there's certain things that he specifically prays for and the enemy instantly starts attacking and then we shut it down. And so, yeah, but 10 minutes until we sound shofars. Yes. So we have to get ready for that. Are we going to live stream it on Facebook?
I wasn't planning on live streaming it.
Okay.
If somebody else wants to, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I just want to get the word out to people. Let's all join in together at the same time and speak against this thing. I mean, you know,
Scripture says where two or more are gathered,
I am there in their midst.
Yeah,
I agree.
So even though we're not all together, I mean, there's more than two of us.
We are joined together for the same common goal.
Yep.
And go ahead.
And so, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do.
What is this hurricane thing?
A hurricane is a big, ginormous storm. There's winds
like Harvey.
Like
I know what a hurricane is, but like what?
There's one that's going on that they say, I'm going to say this, they say will hit Florida.
Well, now they say it shifted and it's moving more towards Georgia and South Carolina.
Okay, but it's a really, really big storm. And so we want to pray that the Father moves that storm out.
First of all, Yeshua spoke to the storm. Yeshua spoke. It's coming across the Atlantic. Yeah. Yeshua spoke to the storm and commanded it to be still, first of all. And Yeshua also said that we could speak to the mountain and say, be cast down into the sea. Well, I look at this hurricane as a mountain of water coming against this land, against the people. So I am speaking that we are speaking to this mountain of water and we are saying and telling it needs to be cast down into the sea, that it does not touch the land, that there's not going to be any harm come from this, that it must dissipate. Yeshua spoke to the storm and it dissipated. I'm saying we speak to the storm and we tell it to dissipate.
Yes.
Whether the Father does it or not, that's up to him. But it's just a matter of faith. And I'm willing to step out and put my faith out and say, I believe it can happen. I don't care if I stand alone. I believe it can happen. And I'm going to put my faith out there and leave it to the Father. If he takes care of it, fine. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I'm putting my faith out there. Lots of times, lots of things don't happen simply because people do not have the faith and do not step out in faith. They're afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm going to put my faith out there and leave it up to the Father and let's see what he's going to do. But the thing is people who doubt and don't believe.
Well, that's the thing is that when Yeshua went into the room
With the 12-year-old girl?
With the 12-year-old girl. In order for, I shouldn't say in order, but he had to get the doubters to leave the room before she woke up, before she was alive.
Right.
He had to get the doubters out. If Yeshua has to get the doubters out, then we have to get the doubters out. Like, you can't have doubt. You can have zero doubt. You have to have faith, complete faith.
Right. So think about that. If even Yeshua himself, God himself, could not perform a miracle in the presence of doubters, what makes us think that he can perform a miracle in our lives if we are doubting his power?
Yeah.
I don't doubt his power. I mean, there's people that say, oh, miracles don't happen today. Bull crap. Yeshua, Jesus, is just as powerful today as he was 2,000 years ago. His power has not diminished. He can still do miracles today. I don't care what anybody says. He is all powerful. He can still do miracles today.
I won't lie. There's times where I doubt. There's certain things that I have doubted, and I think it's prevented for some things happening. And so that's something that I'm working on. I don't doubt that he loves me. I don't doubt that he's here for all of us. But there's times where there's certain things.
I can hear Samson saying it too.
There's times that there's certain things, us with babies, we would love to have more babies. And it's like, sometimes I doubt if that's ever going to happen because it's been 9 years, 10 years almost, and that hasn't happened yet. But that doubt's going to be gone. It's gone. I'm not going to doubt it anymore. It's going to happen. I
don't know if we talked about it in the last broadcast or not, but one thing for me that happened with Take on the World is and I would say it would be during Daryl Lee's second talk.
But you don't need to explain his testimony.
No, I don't need to. We don't have time for that.
You can go and read his or listen to his testimony.
Right. It's the one about an army sergeant follows his father's commands. But to me, it made me realize that it was time for me to step up my game and to start uplifting my brothers and sisters in prayer that need it on a daily basis. And so that's when we got back. That's what I started on Wednesday morning because I left out Tuesday for work. So Wednesday morning, got up, in the truck, got dressed, sat back down on my bed, and started praying for different people, for different things that I knew that was on my heart. I prayed for you.
The amazing thing is that he started praying for us, and instantly within 30 minutes, I'll say,
I don't know, it's even 15 minutes.
Even that long, something happened. Something came to light that needed to come to light. That's what I'll say. But it was something that you prayed for.
Something specific to what I just got done praying for.
And so it's like, you know that you are doing the Father's will when the enemy is like, wait a second. Wait, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and stuff. So yeah.
Okay. 5-minute warning. We're going to cut this off right now. We are getting ready to go outside. So we're asking all of you to join us. If you're seeing this broadcast later on, we ask that where you're at, when you got time, or right now when you're watching, I'm thinking about Sims 50 because I know you're going to watch this on Monday
or Tuesday.
But the Father exists from the beginning of time to the end of time. He knows right now whether or not you're going to join us in prayer or not. So I'm asking, when you see this, when you watch this, take time, stop, and pray against this Hurricane Dorian. Prayer. What did Gina say? Prayer is serious. It's not flippant communication. Be serious in your prayers. I heard. Amen.
Yes.
Amen. I agree. Okay, folks. Get off your laptops, get off your cell phones, get off your butts, get your shoes on, grab your shofars, grab your staff, go outside and speak to this mountain of water called Dorian and tell it to be cast into the sea. Amen.
Hi, Wheat Tree.
Hey, Wheat Tree.
Tune in just at the end.
Yep, she tuned in at the end. So, Wheat Tree, we're going to go pray right now and we're going to blow our shofars.
And we're going to pray against this Hurricane Dorian.
Yes, the hurricane that they say is going to hit Florida. Or Georgia, or wherever.
South Carolina, all over.
We're just telling you if you want to join us too.
So we're heading outside right now to go do that. We love you all. We'll see you next week.
Be blessed.
Hope you had a great Shabbat. Be blessed. If there's something you need prayer for, let us know either in the comments below or shoot me a message, shoot me an email. We're going to cover it in prayer.
Get a hold of us on Facebook.
Get a hold of us on Facebook. So, are you going to join in with the twinsies real quick?
Dun, dun, dun.
We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye. Where's the end stream? There it is. End stream. End.